How y'all doing, everybody? Um, Hope you guys doing good. I hope you guys doing great. I know it's me again with my pink shirt on. You know, it is what it is. So, um, yeah. So in my last video, I asked you guys, what did y'all think? Like, did you guys see uh what I was saying in the John Wick movie? Are his hands actually CGI the whole fucking time? Because it looks like it is, and I don't know what that means. Why are his hands CGI'd? Um, okay, so I don't know about the whole reptile theory, but like I said, like by the way things are ran, um, I'm afraid to say that they can't be that big of a threat. Like it's because life has a way of like answering you back, you know, the things. And like, let's say, okay, let's say, well, you're going to take over a planet, you know, some of your actions are going to have consequences, you know. It's you can't, and it's not about, oh, these people or Supermans and stuff like that, and fucking, Captain America's and shit like that. It's more of like, it's your reality, right? So let's say you're an individual, right? Like, let's say you're the leader of uh, a group of mercenaries, right? A group of soldiers, right? From a habitable, atmospherically habitable for the people from that planet to exist in, and have created a civilization spanning, I don't know, a couple thousand years or more, whatever, right? So you're that guy. You're the leader of those people, right? You and let's say there's another guy, right? He lives within your civilization, but the only thing he's the leader of is his group of friends, and that's it, right? Like, if he is a leader at all, right? So let's just say the word leader has nothing to do with what I'm trying to say here. I'm just painting a picture of a person. I'm just trying to create a character here, and quick and easy, and and at the same time, I'm trying to tell you, like, morality has nothing to do with anything, right? Like, so, uh, your and what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to explain here is also the uh, metaphysical aspect of the human consciousness, and pathology and interconnectedness with everything that is in the universe, right? So you you create accidents, you create change, right? Right. So in order to, so you understand, so if you're following so far, you would understand that if you attack knowing this, right? If you, like, let's say what I just said is reality, right? Like, that's the universe outside of that guy's existence, and this guy has no idea of anything we just explained here. This guy has no clue, right? Like, the leader has no clue, and the other guy that lives in the other parallel spectrum of his reality also existing, which is, he's broke, and blah blah blah, blah, right? So they're the same people, right? They're the same from the same civilization, right? And they come to another planet, and they go to another planet and try to invade another planet. And so, but at the same time, I'm just speaking of choices, right? Like, this, he just chose to do that, right? So um you 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 look at the metaphysical aspect of it, and then you go subatomic. This sounds very schizophrenic here, but you go subatomic, and in the reality of the subatomic level, like, that's what's going on, right? You got atoms exploding and all kinds of shit. You know, all kinds of things happen, right? That's what the subatomic level is. It's what comes from beyond, right? That's the reality of subatomic, right? So now you're looking at a mirror, right? So now you're looking at a mirror, and but it's a weird kind of mirror, right? It's a mirror that looks within itself, right? Uh, so now it's the other side of where you're physically at, right? But there's things happening there too, right? That's how um, that's how your car is not just exploding out of nowhere. Because your car has to crash into something that is your reality, right? And at the other end, your reality affects that reality too. Even though that is the world of nothing, right? That's the world of where nothing exists, but then it exists, right? So when so if your car doesn't explode for no reason, but if you crash it into like a gas station, it explodes. But before that, explosions did not exist, right? So it came into existence because the car crashed. But it's not a regular thing of, it's not part of our, it's not like, okay, let's go crazy. Let's say this is gonna this is gonna sound weird and dorky, but funny at the same time. I've been playing too much video games. So let's say, like, we lived in an atmosphere where there's only explosions, consistent explosions all the time, right? So, and let's say we actually survive in that atmosphere, where there's constant explosions on a consistent basis. Like, so that would technically make us harder, right? Like, it would change our genetic, right? It wouldn't, it's not because we're an advanced race of godlike super beings, no, it would live on a planet where things just explode. So everybody's like walking around in explosions and looking super badass because their body is just meant to live in an atmosphere where there's constant explosions. That's a crazy fucking idea. You know what I mean? That's who Lucifer is. Anyways, but I'm kidding. No, I'm not. But yeah, technically that's the reality of it all, like, so why is that reality? Because everything is relative at the same time. Like I said, like, the guy that walks around in constant explosion is no different than the leader of a civilization, or the guy going at the corner store to get some milk. At the end of the day, and the only if there is a difference is in the way they're thinking. If there is differences in the way they're thinking. So um so you go back to the guy that decides to invade another country, like, you can't expect that nothing is going to happen, because you want something to happen. I mean, like, you're trying to do something, So when you make a choice like that, you got to be ready for the consequences, like, you got to, you can't, nature. And that's also what I'm talking about. I'm talking about nature too. Like, and this is where nature comes in, I guess. Uh that's what nature is. You know, like, the guy that just walks in explosions, inconsistent explosions that come out of nowhere, like, is just built like that. Like, he's just it's just built like that, So it's, and that's nature. You can't defeat nature. You know, it is true. You can't. You can't. Like, I mean, you can fight it. But eventually nature is gonna win. Like, and it's just a matter of time. You unless you call it quits. You know, you know, unless you come to terms with your limitations, and you're kind of like, you know what? I think I'm gonna just quit while I'm ahead. You know, I'm gonna quit right here while I'm ahead, man. Uh, yeah. So the idea that there's like a group of reptilians trying to take over the planet. I mean, what I'm trying to also, I guess, what I'm trying to say is, if they would have wanted to, they would have done it by now, you know, or if they could, which is also another thing, because that's two different things, you know. So, you know, like, are they really related to the Anunnakis and stuff like that? Bullshit. What? The cat stuck in my throat. Um, you know, like, are you like, like, I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing stuff out here because of my perception here. You know, but the thing is, although I just said that, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that agree with the fact that if an advanced race, a civilization, it actually existed like that, that was in our star system, that was capable of reaching us with ease, uh, you know, wouldn't they have done it by now? And I'm pretty sure people would be inclined to agree that if that actually existed, like I said before, then they would have the technology to actually wipe us out. Pretty fucking easily, I mean, it is what it is. It was what it was, like, I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm saying that if they do exist, they might be more our close relatives than actual people coming from another galaxy far, far away. I'm just saying. Because it doesn't look like there's a difference of culture between us two. Like, I don't feel like, and dudes be like using time machines and shit. Like, I don't know, like, yeah, I do believe that they use time machines. Absolutely. 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 Um, absolutely. Absolutely. I've seen. Yeah, absolutely. So, um, sometimes I believe in psychics and stuff and mediums. I'm a medium. I'm psychic and I'm a medium. But you know, sometimes it goes too far. Sometimes that's not. You're like, nah, bro. you're like, nah, bro. That's not, nah, bro. Nah, 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 nah. You bugging out there, man. But nonetheless, I don't even think it's their invention. I think it's like human. That's human inventions. Or maybe it is their invention, but I mean, it's not, uh, you know, like, it's not, it's not, I feel like sometimes I have way crazier ideas than what people try to project on me that aliens are. Pardon me for saying. Like, like, I don't know. Like, it's kind of, I don't believe, I don't think aliens can do what I do. Bro, I don't think so. I don't know. Like, if they do exist, I don't think they can do what I do. I don't think so. I think I am I think I am the antithesis of human uh kind. Like, of existence, you know. Like, I am pure thought. I'm pure atom. I'm the man of the atom. Like, so, like, I'm the fucking alien, like, 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 there's nowhere I don't I'm the fucking alien. That's how I see life. I see life as I am the alien. you know like, if I end up one day going somewhere, everybody's gonna be like, what the fuck? That's what I think. I think, like, the whole, like, it's gonna be like a whole galactic thing. They're gonna be like, what? you know um I don't know. That's just this is because, like I said, I mean, like, this ain't shit. I mean, what we had, the metal, we what, like, fucking 100 years ago, and that's recently that we just made it 100 years ago. So technically, I was 30 years in those 100 years. I was alive on this earth. So we just came out of using, like, metal to make buildings, like, very recently, like, oh, yesterday. You're gonna tell me that civilization's been around for, like, what, 25,000 fucking years? And if you're really crazy and you're trying to gain some attention because you're a archaeology book writer, and and you'll say 50,000 years, and that's gonna make people go fucking crazy, and fucking scientists be like, you're a fraud and all kinds of shit. Right? And and fucking, and pardon my language, and in 25,000 years, these guys waited 25. Yeah. What? Like, hey, man, I'm just 25,000 fucking years before taking over the fucking place. Just get the fuck out of my face, man. Like, hey, bro, I'm just saying. Okay, I don't mean to be disrespectful. All right, sorry, but get out of my face. I mean, like, get out of my fucking face, bro. Like, so, um, shit is weird. shit is weird. That's all I'm saying. It's weird. It's kind of weird. It's sus. All I'm saying at the end of the day, yeah, that's it. That's all I'm saying. At the end of the day, all I'm saying is this is kind of sus. This is kind of sus, bro. It's kind of sus, man. Anyway, so whatever you guys do, whatever you want to do with that pseudo information that I just gave you. If you can read between the lines, you can read between the lines, bro. But anyway, but no, it's not even funny. I don't even know where I'm laughing. It's not even like it's not funny because I actually believe that they exist. I actually believe that there is a reptilian race, and I don't know, for some reason they run Hollywood. I don't know, like but at the same time, if they do exist, I guess they're just people like everybody else, cause there's no fucking way, like none of this makes any sense. Like this if you've been around 25,000, 50,000, 100,000 years, just looking at humans, bullshit. That's complete bullshit. Who the fuck would do that? Like, why? Like, so like that's fucking torture. Like, could you imagine? And at the slow ass and allegedly, if some of that is true, like we did not evolve in an alarming rate, like so allegedly we evolved at a very fucking slow and we still technically are, right? But then, are we are we really, like, because then that's where the metaphysic part comes in, and that's why I'm saying I don't think aliens can do what I do. They might have their own abilities. They're like I can't walk in billions of mini explosion, an atmosphere of a billion explosions, right? But am I at the same time, anyway, but whatever, I'm fucking with you a little bit, but whatever. Anyway, what I'm trying to say here is I can't physically do that right now. Like, if you, like, I would blow up. So, uh, but there's things that I can do that he can't do, though, and that's what I'm saying. You know, and at the same time, is that what I'm saying? Anyway, but yes, yes and no, because because everything's a choice. You're not gonna walk into a minefield like a fucking idiot, right? Does that make you mine proof? Yes, because you're never gonna be around a mine. You're not gonna, like, like you, it is what it is. Uh, and that's why scientists. Yes, I have to refer to scientists every time I say some outlandish shit like this. Uh, some theoretical physics like this, but you know, uh, if you know, like if even scientists, like I said, uh, lost my train of thought there. Damn it. Yeah, I was about to say something. Um, like we were saying, if uh time was real, right? You know, because at the same time, you know, time is even a scientist would say time isn't real. You know, some scientists would say, some honest scientists would say time isn't real. You know, because at the same time you're kind of like, okay, well, and that's another reason why I don't believe in the concept of aliens, because of the notion of time, because time doesn't exist. Time is a concept for us to be able to make sense out of the atoms and molecules in our atmosphere that we are aware exist because of time, right? And time is only relative when we're calculating distance, right? But even distances actually don't exist either, right? Because how can you calculate a distance? You know, like how can you say that you're not over there already? Like how can you really say that you're not somewhere? You know, like how can you say you're not somewhere, bro? Like it's weird. It's a weird idea. I mean, like, why would you say that? It's weird. It's a weird concept to not be somewhere. I mean, like, you know, because this, what's the distance? Distance between what? What are you talking about? You know, like, what the fuck are you babbling about, man? Like, the fuck is a distance, man? Distance doesn't, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. So if it doesn't exist, if time doesn't exist, then you know, you're fucking Lucifer, man. You know, like, um, yeah. So that's why I think like the idea of reptilians is an important subject. You know, you know, like that's why I think it's an important subject because it's you know like uh it's I don't it's weird. It's a weird concept. I mean, if they do exist, because I don't have irrefutable proof, physical irrefutable proof that they exist and stuff, you know. But uh, I don't know. You know, it is what it is. Um, but you know, it's yeah. Anyway, but anyways, this is I don't know if I said any of that right, um, but I do know this. It's an idea that I have been ruminating on for quite a while. Uh, and I know, I said I don't really believe in aliens, but I'm still saying that I don't believe in aliens. I am, but yeah, I'm kind of, I would debate on it. I would be, this is debatable. It's debatable. I feel like, and that's also what I'm saying. It's debatable. You know, because at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is, you know, Lucifer exists. That's what I'm fucking saying. That's what the fuck I'm saying. I mean, like, it's uh you know, like, hello. Like, I don't know. I'm just, that's all I'm saying, bro. Like, I mean, aliens, yeah, technological warfare, but we have these guys. Like, if reality is just a thing that keeps collapsing on itself, that means, you know, Lucifer has to consistently, well, not consistently, it depends. It's weird because time doesn't exist, but kind of, yes. At the end of the day, that's like, that's why there's like two, allegedly there's like two pillars, right? That's why there's two pillars, right? Like, so like, one does his fucking job and the other one does his fucking job, right? And that's why it's a yin and a yang, right? That's what, there's nothing that has nothing to do with morality. The fact that they have to fight has nothing to do with morality. It just has to happen because things exist. So if there was a group of aliens that would be that highly advanced, they would have to face those guys before getting to us. Like, but at the same time, it's a junction. They're not really facing those guys because now we're not talking about entities that are like physical manifestations. We're talking about like concepts in reality, like, so in what we persist is reality, or what reality is consisted of. So that's what I got. I don't know about you. Like, that's, I don't know about you, but that's what I got. So it's just reality converging into itself, like the warp, right? It's like, it's just reality converging into itself. So those accidents must and will absolutely happen because things must persist. Well, from our standpoint, from where we stand, because we enjoy living and breathing and blah, 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 right? That's how we persist things. Things must persist. That is the ultimate idea of what is a human, right? And not the confused and jaded individuals of today. In the grand scheme of things, these people don't matter. Pardon me for saying. But I am saying on the grand scheme of things because these people are not taking decisions. They have found a way to completely shut themselves off of everyone and everything. So, you know, and so their energy cannot be added to yours. Of course, there's workarounds, but that's when you're a god. When you're a god, you can find workarounds with that, but that's not what we're talking about right now. I'm talking about the grand scheme of things. These people are not adding their energy to the energy that is there. You know, it's not a single aspect thing or whatever. So, um, when you're when you're like thinking of like these two pillars, which of course, whatever, there has to be like a counter, or counterbalance. That's why the balance is there. That's where there's a balance. That's where the balance is there. There's two pillars of the balance, and so uh, but the balance is not going anywhere. It's not tipping over one side. Well, it's not supposed to tip over one side more than the other, and that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of blaming. Yes, I'm kind of blaming uh, humanity for its own plight. Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Like humanity's biggest problem is humanity. Humanity can't stand to look at itself in the mirror. That's just humanity. Like humanity has a inherited uh hatred for looking at themselves, period. That's always been. It's maybe it might always be. Who fucking knows? But whatever it is, it's part of the alleged balance. You know, it wouldn't be my choice, but like it is what it is. But the thing is, like I said, I feel like I personally feel like the balance is tipping over one side more than the other. I that's but that's just me, you know. So I'm gonna stop the video right there because I'm glitching out, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one. Peace out.